What's up YouTube, Dave here. Welcome to my Nvidia Shield console review. Here we have the latest product in Nvidia's Shield lineup. After spending over a month with the console, does it meet up with the hype? Does Android TV finally have a worthy representative? Well, stay tuned and find out. So let's start with some specs. It's powered by the Nvidia Tegra X1 system on a chip. The CPU contains a 64-bit quad-core Cortex A57 and another quad-core Cortex A53 in a big little configuration, meaning the A57s are the high power and the A53 are the lower powered, which are on majority of the time, to consume power and lower heat. Also contains a GPU, which is Maxwell base, containing 256 cores. Yeah, you heard me. In theory, this should power games up to PS3 level graphics. It also comes with 3 gigs of RAM. And as for storage, for $200 you get 16 gigabytes of flash memory, or for $300 you get a 500 gigabyte hybrid storage. The console also comes with micro SD expandable storage. Ports include a gigabyte Ethernet port, 2 USB 3.0s, a micro USB, HDMI 2.0, and the usual Wi-Fi 802.11 AC and Bluetooth 4.0. The Nvidia Shield console can output up to 4K resolution and high-quality audio at 192 kHz. No matter who you ask, the Nvidia Shield console is definitely a looker. I think it looks even better with its stand, though it did cost me an extra $30, god damn it. A sleek design makes it stand out from the competition. As great as it looks, there are some issues. The thing is a complete dust magnet. I find myself wiping it down every couple of days. Another minor issue is that I'm not a huge fan of the power button. It's easy to hit by accident, and I wish it gave at least a beep or something when I hit it. Though this is just me nitpicking. Regarding storage, I decided to purchase a 16GB Model Y. The fact the console has expandable storage, so I just stuck a 64GB micro SD card into it, and I continued on happily. The memory managed software works pretty well too. It allows me to instantly install games straight to the micro SD, and even move games between the two storages without me even noticing a difference in gameplay. It even allowed me to set how much of the card I wanted to actually store games and how much I wanted to just keep for free for whatever heck I wanted to keep. Now onto the game controller, which came with the console. Additional controller will run you $60. It's not exactly the best controller I've used, but it's passable. The buttons, triggers feel nice. The analog sticks remind me of the Xbox 360 controllers, which is a pro or con depending on your preferences. The controller comes with a microphone for voice commands and 3.5mm headset jack for private listening. The controller is fairly bulky though. It's not as comfortable as the PS4 controller, which is by far my favorite. Thankfully, it uses the standard micro USB port to charge it. Though you won't be charging it often, battery life is pretty great in my experiences. One annoyance I found is the capacitive buttons on the controller. I wish there were physical buttons. It's kind of weird transitioning from physical clicky buttons to capacitive buttons that don't give any feedback whatsoever. They could have at least made them vibrate on press. Now, as for accessories, I bought the stand, as I mentioned earlier, and a standard remote, which ran me $50. God damn it, Nvidia. So let's start with the stand first. It's pretty simple, actually. The bottom's covered with this rubberish material that stops it from moving around, and works pretty freaking well. It holds the console well, and I'm pretty confident that it won't be falling over at all. So I basically spent $30 to make it look prettier. As for the remote, it's pretty standard. It has a dedicated microphone button, really well built. Even has its own 3.5mm headset jack, and it charges micro USB. Are they worth the prices? It's up to you, really. The remote is nice, so you don't have to carry the game controller when I just want to watch like Netflix or YouTube. And the stand is good for saving some room on your TV stand, and it makes the console a little more eye-catching. Now on to software. This is my very first experience with Android TV, so I had to learn a lot, or so I thought. Turned out Android TV is relatively simple. Just a bunch of scrolling cards giving me recommended stuff, some custom Nvidia software, which I'll get onto later, apps, settings, etc., etc. Navigating through everything is pretty straightforward. As for apps, I'm slightly disappointed. I don't know if it's hard to develop Android TV apps or anything, but I expected more apps to be available for the console. Then again, the Android TV is less than a year old, so who knows. The only saving grace for the lack of apps is that Android TV is compatible with Google Cast. So if I don't have the apps on the console, I could just cast it from my phone, tablet, or desktop. Now for Nvidia's custom software. This is where the console really stands out from other set-top boxes. Nvidia has games ported exclusively for Shield products, such as Portal. Yes, I bought Portal like a third time, but it's freaking Portal, so why not? And a Borderlands prequel is coming out soon, and a bunch of other AAA titles. Nvidia also included their game streaming service where I can stream games from my PC to the console, as long as I have the necessary graphics card, which I do, thankfully. Now, the service isn't perfect. It depends a lot on how fast your internet is. So you may experience drop frames if your internet isn't fast enough. In my experience, playing something like Dying Light, for example, it's dropped a few frames here or there, but it's completely playable and doesn't really distract too much. In conclusion, with all that said and done, can I recommend the Nvidia Shield console? If you're in the market for a really nice set-top box and you're a pretty big gamer, definitely. With the Tiger X1, the console is definitely future-proof. I've already received 2 updates from Nvidia these last 4 weeks, adding features, fixing bugs, so I'll definitely be supported. In my opinion, I'm definitely looking forward to where Google and Nvidia takes Android TV.
So, oh wait, this is my outro, right? Thanks for watching my Nvidia Shield console review, which I procrastinated about 2 weeks worth until I finally got around to doing all the shenanigans that requires me to make a YouTube video. Yeah. Excuse the air conditioning because, you know, it's summer and it's hot. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. So thanks for watching, and, you know, stay tuned for the next video, which should be me reviewing this thing, because this has also been procrastinated. Okay, yeah, I'm rambling. Okay. Alright then, thanks. Peace.